reading my story, Chasing Rainbows. Chapter 13, Atonement and a Celebration. In the days that followed, Jess gradually began to piece the fragments of her life together. At first she had been wary to talk with her mother and Gerald. Indeed, the atmosphere had been somewhat tense. Yet as time progressed, the more natural it became. Sarah had been greatly astonished at first, but then had opened her heart to Kathleen and welcomed her into her home. Albert had not been unduly surprised, of course, as Gerald had already given him some indication of what was in store. He had taken to Kathleen at once, and they had soon become acquainted with each other. As for Louisa, she had been shy with Kathleen at first, but had soon taken to this pretty lady, who had promised she could be bridesmaid too. Gerald had spent time talking alone with Jess, confessed how ashamed and horrified he felt in having no part in her childhood. After much reflection upon the matter, Jess had found it in her heart to forgive them both. After all, they had been young and foolish. Indeed, Gerald had been unaware of his daughter's existence until recently. Yet she still struggled to understand how Kathleen could have abandoned her own child. It was something she found difficult to comprehend. She could never have left Louisa like that. Yet she must not judge her mother too harshly. From what she had told her, Kathleen had been of slim build and somehow had managed to conceal her condition well. She had found a position as a lady's companion for a widowed sea captain and his daughter in a house in the town of Plymouth. In addition, Kathleen had assisted the cook in the preparation of meals and helped with various household chores. It was not a very large house, so she was able to enjoy her leisure time browsing around the shops in Plymouth or going for pleasant strolls along the embankment. The young lady named Anna Blake befriended Kathleen. Having both recently lost their mothers, they sought to confide and took comfort from each other. As the months went by, Kathleen had no doubt that she was pregnant and was much troubled. Not wishing to contact Gerald, as she knew he had his heart set on a life at sea, she had felt so alone and afraid. She had no one to turn to. Anna was a sweet young lady, but had been brought up strictly. If Kathleen had told her the truth, Hannah would have been shocked, and Kathleen would have surely lost her job. Hannah's father, William, was often away at sea, which was a relief, yet Kathleen pondered what to do. She was desperate to keep her baby, but had no means to support it without a job. When her baby was born, Anna was away visiting a sick aunt in Torbay, and her father was away at sea. This was fortunate, as only the cook knew of Kathleen's dire circumstances. Although she was somewhat reluctant, she did her best to take care of the girl. Kathleen was young and strong, so although in labour for 12 hours, she gave birth to a healthy baby girl, whom she named Jess, after her grandmother. Thankfully, she recovered well, and Jess thrived. Within 10 days of the birth, Kathleen was forced to make a heart-rending choice. She knew she would surely lose her position when Captain Blake returned and discovered how she had deceived him. If she lost her job, it would not be easy to find another with so young a baby. They might both be put into the workhouse. She had shuddered to think of this. On reflection, she decided to take her grandmother's sapphire ring to the pawn shop to see if she could sell it. She was hopeful the ring might fetch enough cash to support herself and her daughter for a while. Meanwhile, Anna had returned home in great excitement. She had met up with her aunt's nephew, Ethan Phillips, whilst on her visit. They had known each other since childhood and had always shared a mutual fondness. Romance had blossomed between them while she was visiting her aunt, and when he proposed, she had accepted. Ethan told Anna he had been offered a prosperous position managing a timber business in America. As she was over 21, they did not need her father's permission to marry, and he would have approved of the match in any case. They had managed to send a message by cable to his ship, and had received news that he was delighted. As soon as it could be arranged, the young couple planned to emigrate to America. "Would you consider emigration, Kathleen? Oh, do say you will. I know it's a big decision for you, but I should miss you most dreadfully," Anna had coaxed. Kathleen had told her she would give the matter consideration. She had discovered a pawnbroker's near the Barbican, and after only receiving a meagre sum for the ring, hardly enough to last a month, it appeared she had to make a tough choice. Wrapping her baby warmly in a blanket, she had tucked her snugly inside a laundry basket and taken her to St. Joseph's Cathedral, Raglan Road. Leaving her in the front porch of the cathedral, she had gazed upon her sleeping infant with compassion. "Oh, sweet Jesus, Mary and Joseph, forgive me, but I don't know who to turn to," she had whispered in despair, as she fastened the dainty silver cross around the infant's neck. Kissing her baby upon the forehead, she had then pinned the note to the blanket and hurried away. That same morning she had told Anna she would emigrate with her to America. Arrangements had been made, so the girls made haste to depart Plymouth immediately. Whilst plans were set in motion for their migration, they were to stay at Ethan's parents' home just outside Torquay. Anna's father was homeward bound and would soon join them there. As soon as the emigration details were arranged, the young couple were to be married aboard ship by special license.